All right, today we're in Clark's Court Boatyard here on Clark's Court Bay in Grenada, and we're going to take a look at the Broadblue 42 here, 57 stars. Since she's out of the water, we can take a look around underneath before we go up top. We'll do that now. Just looking over here, we got skeg hung rudders, so really extra strong for for long distance cruising offshore, going a long ways from home. You can see we've got the folding props on here, and it looks like they've had some prop coat put on, speed coat some sort. Looks like it held up okay. Probably about 1 year old, I would guess. It's not perfect on there. Zincs all look okay. Just taking a look down the boat. Bottom paint looks okay. Probably needs another coat. I'd probably want to sand down a little bit and put a coat on there. If nothing else, the boat sitting outside of the water is going to deactivate that bottom paint anyway. So it needs to be scuffed up and probably have another coat put on. I do see a little flaking right there, but just looking at the how thick it is, it looks like maybe there's been 2 coats on here and a barrier coat. Doesn't look bad. They've taped up all the through hulls, so ready for the storage here for hurricane season. We'll take a look here. We got the dinghy here. She's flipped upside down. Tubes look good. She's got covers on. Looks like a decent setup. Walking down the inside. We've got a big, looks like a Mantis anchor on there, probably about a 33. A little oversized for this boat, but definitely not going to go anywhere. Nice, looks like a triple B chain, all flaked out there, so it's not rusting, corroding up inside the anchor locker. And just taking a look up here, we got our anchor roller spread out front. Roller furling, a little bird's nest up under there, looks like. Good, good. Let's take a look, walk down the outside over here. Nice logo there on the bow. Everything looks pretty clean. You can take a walk down the other side also. Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing a lot of docking scars. This is the offside. Starboard's the helm is on port side, so most likely if we were going to see any dock scars, we'd see them on the other side. Let's take a look. A little tight fit over here, but let's see. It's looking pretty clean on this side also. Looks like she's had some wax. It's looking good. Boat just looks really clean. All right, next we'll go take a look up top. All right, just stepped up here on the starboard transom. Some of the things, just looking at here, this deck hardware, these cleats are oversized, definitely beefy. Looking at the davit system here, that's a nice Simpson davit system. Really heavy duty for the size of boat. We'll go take a walk up front and we'll come back and check out the cockpit. Taking a look here on top, we've got some soft solar panels. There's even more up on top. We'll take a look at those in a second. The wrap there on the boom, the plastic there, is actually just protecting some of the running rigging that's all coiled up underneath there. Looks good. Boom vang, you don't usually see that on these cats, but this design, they actually allowed them to do it, and going to help with that downwind sailing for sure. Got a Spinnaker pole here. Probably use it as a whisker pole also. Nets are in good shape. 2 roller furling units there. Baby stay here on the inside. All tempered glass windows here, so no crazing on any of the main windows. I don't think there's a lot of crazing on the hatches either, but it might be a little bit. Let's take a look up top. There you can see we've got even more solar up on top. It's got a HF antenna on the back there. This boat is really well set up. Just some of the features on this boat really are features you don't find on boats this size. Walk back down here, down the other side. As she's in the yard, you know, we're getting the Sahara dust, so she doesn't look her best right now. Boats never look great in the yard, but she looks pretty good here. So just checking out the cockpit. Nice comfortable helm seat. It's got the adjustable footrests on there. And if you notice that blue box underneath with the cover, that's actually a crash pump. That's a gas-powered crash pump, which the owners put on, the original owners, or the original owners we sold the boat for, put that on there before they did their Atlantic crossing. They were concerned for safety. So that's a safety feature you're not going to find on a lot of boats. We've got remote fire suppression systems for the engines, electric winches. Those throttles, shifters there are fly-by-wire, so electric control, which kind of a cool feature, allows you to have a remote control for the throttles, which actually plugs in over on this side. So if you're docking starboard side too, kind of on your off side, you can have that the ability to stand right there with the remote in your hand and drive the boat in just with throttles alone. 2 electric winches on this side, 1 electric winch over on this side, and then we've got 2 manual winches here at the back. I'm guessing we're flying either screechers or spinnakers off of those. Saw there another manual winch. Looks like they're running the Traveler off this one here in the center on the back. Looks good. Heavy duty setup here on the Bimini. You can see this ladder going up to hard Bimini. It's not installed right now, but there's actually a ceiling that goes in here on this Bimini to give it a nice finished look. It's made with Sunbrella material. Really nice setup. All right, take a look inside next. One more feature I just noticed before we go inside. You'll see these the little vents right here. Another one located over here on this side. These are actually heater vents. Probably don't need those here in the Caribbean, but if you find yourself up in some colder climes, you got a full cockpit enclosure, and with the Webasto heater putting hot air, warm air out into the cockpit, make it a little bit more enjoyable. So just stepping inside here, you can really see the quality of the woodwork. Craftsmanship on this boat is amazing. The boat is in storage, so we got our outboard right here. It looks like a 9.8 Nissan. Pretty fresh looking engine there. Stored safely. What else we've got? This table has a piece that pulls out, and you can see the whole table flips over. Makes nice sized dining room there. Table if you have guests over, or just keep it folded up. Probably most of the time. All right, let's take a look over here at the galley. We've got actually a triple sink, 2 big, 1 small in the middle there. We've got the cooktop lifts up, 4-burner stove, and the oven just down below that. Cold storage. We've got the refrigerator there, front opening, and we've also got the deep freeze, top loading deep freeze. Very nice. They've got all the windows are all covered up with foil to protect from UV inside, but obviously lots of light in here when you open that all up. We've got a coffee maker, water cooker, toaster, all that. Microwave over here if you need that. The chart table's actually been customized to make it big enough to actually fit a chart. Kind of a nice feature. Electrical panels all right here, easy to access. Nice setup. Just step down here on the passenger side. Yeah, it looks like we've got some stuff down here, Battens for the sails and everything. This forward cabin, a little tricky to see. It's actually a bunk bed there. So there's a bunk on top, a regular bunk bed down below. I don't know if you can use that for storage or if you have crew joining you, no problem. Small kids probably love that. Go back to this aft cabin. Nice spacious aft cabin. Big bunk. Here's our head. Separate shower. Electric flush heads. Nice setup there. All right. Go take a look over on the other side. Now they've set this up as a workshop on this side. That can be converted back to a desk if preferred. But most cruisers that are looking at seriously living aboard, that's an amazing site right there. Also, we've got a washer dryer down just below. We'll go forward, check out the head here next. Lots of hanging locker space, lots of storage space on this boat. Okay, coming forward into the head, you can see the forward separate shower up front, sink area, full-size toilet here, all electric flush again. You've even got stereo controls right there at the at your disposal if you find that necessary. Nice storage space over here. Really nice setup. Coming back to take a look at the aft cabin here. Again, nice, big, spacious, full cabin. Nice mattresses. They've upgraded the mattresses on these. All right. Next, we're going to go take a look out the mechanical spaces. I guess there actually you can see we've got AC controls. 3 AC units on this boat. Bigger one for the salon, 2 smaller ones, 1 for each hull. Yeah, nice look around the salon here again. All right, let's go take a look back outside the mechanical spaces. All right, we're going to take a look down in the. We're on the port side, engine compartment down here. Really nice, well organized, pretty clean. You can see we've got our engine down there. We've got all of our water intakes. Also, there's our battery charger, inverter setup there. You can see there's a watertight bulkhead, kind of crash box area there. The bulkhead for it is right there. It's removable, and they've actually opened that up and used that for some storage area. Nice ladder access to get down in there. Not bad at all. Take a look over on the other side. Okay. Down on this side, again, we've got our engine area there. You can see the back. You can see we've got everything nice and accessible. We got the automatic antenna tuner there for the HF radio setup. And other than that, same basic kind of setup. We've got the crash bulkhead, which is opened up and they're using for storage, and the bulkhead compartment closure is right there also. Go take a look at forward and forward compartments. We'll go see, go take a look at the water maker. Walking up here, we got our water maker set up. Again, we've got the nice ladder access to get down in there. And here's our high pressure pumps for the water maker. And back around this side, control panels, manifold for where the water's going, and right down below we've got our actual main pump, our feed pumps there for that. All right, taking a look here on the starboard hatch, we've got storage in here for That looks like storage for 4 dive tanks. And also there's a Bauer dive compressor right there installed, so you can fill your own tanks. Here in our center locker, we got access to the Windlass chain locker. Looks like we're storing fenders down there. Looks pretty good. And on the port side, we've got more fender storage, and it looks also like we're using that as a propane locker. Good. This forward bow on the port side, we've got access down in here. We've got a bunch of cushions and sails stored down here. Line storage, a lot of running rigging in there. You can see that forward storage area. Again, sort of a crash bulkhead. Again, being used as storage. Looks like we got some fishing rods up there and different things. All right. Okay, that's pretty much it. Good walk around of the boat. 57 stars. It's a Broadblue 42. Great looking boat right here in Grenada, ready to go cruising.